intentionally or just go. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 221 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. All this month, we're focusing on the spiritual area and aspect of our business. And yes, we do have one. Whether we're aware of it or not, there's a spirit to our business. And those are the things we're diving deep into this entire month. Today's topic is intention, creating with intention, building with intention, supersizing with intention, versus just reacting to all the things that happen to come our way as we're building and growing and scaling and supersizing our business. So how intentional are you? I didn't ask this in the personal development challenge, but I want to ask this now. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being everything you do is intentional and aligned with exactly where you're going, you're super clear on that, and everything matches up every single day of the year. That would be a 10, right? And there is no 11, it's 10. I have a pet peeve against people that go over the scale. Oh, I'm giving 110%. Every time somebody says that in an interview, I kind of cringe a little. I'm like, okay, if 100% is all you have to give, you're not a machine, then 100% is all you have to give. So don't tell me you're going to give 110%. That is ridiculous. Pet peeve over. All right, so intention. Are you setting intention? Most people run through their lives, and I will admit, actually confess that for at least 2 decades of my life, that's what I did. I would say through my 30s and 40s, that is all I did. I just reacted to everything. I had too much going on, and instead of saying, hey, maybe you should back off and be a little more intentional, I just kept going. I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, which led to, of course, a sudden cardiac arrest in 2010. I do not recommend that. It was actually awesome for me because I'm still here to talk about it today, but it was definitely the turning point and the wake-up call I needed to shift the way I was thinking and the way I was actually doing things. Because guess what? Can't run through our life. There's no such thing as can't. I know. It's not healthy for us to run through our life like a chicken with a head cut off. And so if we choose to set intentions and create the business that we want to have, we will get there a lot faster than if we just try to hope the universe or the world or the markets will shift in our favor. Intentional living is deciding how you're going to live, how you're going to create your business, what you want it to be, how you want it to look, feel, and show up in the world, and then taking single daily actions and steps toward making that the reality. And what happens is when you set the intention, before you know it, things are starting to show up in your business and in your life, other areas of your life as well. We are creative, manifesting beings, and we get to create and decide what we want. And as soon as we give ourselves permission to, magical things happen, and things happen way faster than we ever thought they could, even though we may have been struggling for decades in my instance. I remember I was filling in my business instead of working on my business. And that was back in that 20-year span. And somebody had called in and was a no-show for work. And I didn't have time to find somebody else. So I just filled in on the line. In manufacturing, everything stops if all the positions aren't filled. That's just the nature of the business. And so I was doing that, and I always have a note of paper by me. And so as I was cooking pasta. I realized I started taking into account how much time I was actually working in the business, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. They had to get done, but did I have to be the one to do them? The answer is no, of course not. But I did, because it was easier to just hop right in and solve the problem another way. And I realized, and I calculated out how many hours in a year I was spending doing that instead of working on the business. And it was a good 80% of my available hours to build that business. I was not actually doing the things I needed to do to build the business. And right then and there, I set an intention that I was going to flip that around, and I was going to spend less than 20% actually in the operations part of the business and 80% building the business. And that's when magic happened in that business. So what are we going to do today? In addition to this, our action item today is to share your intention. Share one intention in the comments below. I intend to spend 80% of my time, steal mine, 80% of my time building my business and scaling it, supersizing it per se. That means working on the business, not physically in the business in any way, shape, form, or capacity. I did it in corporate America too. I always would have my hands in everything. And I worked for one business that had 7 different labor unions. And so I spent more time in grievances one year than I actually spent working on my department and making it better. So that was a huge lesson learned there. And you think I would have carried it over to everything, but of course not. Sometimes we have to get knocked in the head a couple of times before we actually do the things we know we need to do. In addition to doing this today, setting an intention, set one intention and share it in the comments below. I intend to be more proactive about something. I intend to start a morning, whatever it is that will have a positive impact on your business, because I don't want you setting an intention for anything that's going to have a negative impact on your business. We're also going to hop into the SOAP framework today, meaning we're going to pick a challenge area that we're having with respect to spirituality or the spirit of our business, and we are going to apply the SOAP framework to it. That means today, you're not going to share it, you don't have to share it, but you're going to do it, and that means you're going to write it down. What is the current situation about an area of the spirit of our business or spirituality in our business? What is it currently? And it might be, we've never even thought about this before, because the vast majority of business owners and businesses have not even considered that there's a spiritual component to their business. And then what do we want it to be? Let's set an intention of what we want our desired state to be. There we go. Way to tie it all together. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to actually have 2 action items. One you share in the comments below. One you don't have to share. And if it's confidential or secret or you got hangups about it, don't share it, right? If you don't want to let anybody know what your intention is, that's fine. But guess what? Letting people know what our intention is the fastest way to see the opportunities and have people say, oh my gosh, I can help you with that. And then boom, you get it way faster when we join forces with other people. That's it. If I can help you anyway, reach out and ask. Otherwise, if you like topics like this and present it in a slightly different way, join us for free on our Supersize Your Business school community. It's where we talk about these things. It's where you can get secret, easy access to me. All you gotta do, join the community, it's free, and then direct message me, send me a chat. Boom. Super easy. It's why I love the framework and I'm moving, or the platform, and why I'm moving the framework of all the things that I've done in the past into one spot called Supersize Your Business. If I can help you in any way, again, just ask. If you're struggling with any of this, setting intention or applying the SOAP framework, reach out. Don't struggle in silence, because if you have a question, I guarantee other people do too. Go out, make an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.